Hello. Today we're going to talk about conditional statements inside functions in Python. So far, we've learned about functions, which help us write reusable code, and conditional statements, which allow us to make decisions in our programs. Now we're going to combine these two ideas and see how functions can use if, elif, and else to perform different actions depending on the input. Imagine you are driving a car. If your speed is too high, you need to slow down. If your speed is too low, you might want to go faster. Instead of checking this manually every time, you can create a function that does it for you automatically. To define a function with conditions, we start by using the def keyword, followed by the function name and parentheses. Inside the function, we write an if statement to check a condition, and we call the function with different values to see how it behaves. Let's create a function called accelerator. This function takes a number, which represents speed. If the speed is greater than 80 kilometers per hour, we print slow down. Otherwise, we print go faster. For your information, 80 kilometers per hour is about the same as 50 miles per hour. If we call this function with a speed of 90, it prints slow down because 90 is greater than 80. But if we call it with 50, it prints go faster because 50 is below 80. Now, what if we have more than two conditions? Sometimes we don't just have a yes or no answer. For example, let's say we want to check if one number is equal to another, greater than another, or smaller than another. This is where elif comes in. Elif means else if, and it allows us to check multiple conditions. Let's create a function called cal, which compares two numbers, x and y. If x and y are equal, we print they are the same. If x is greater than y, we print x is larger than y. Otherwise, we print y is larger than x. If we set x to 5 and y to 10, and then call cal, the function will print y is larger than x, because 10 is greater than 5. Now let's look at a real-world example. Imagine a vending machine that sells cold water. The price of the water depends on the temperature. If the temperature is above 86 degrees Fahrenheit, the price is $1.50. Otherwise, the price is $1. We define a function called vending machine with one parameter called temp, short for temperature. Inside the function, we use an if-else statement to set the price based on the temperature. If we call vending machine with a temperature of 90, it prints the price for a bottle of cold water as $1.50 because 90 is above 86. But if we call vending machine with a temperature of 77, it prints the price for a bottle of cold water as $1 because 77 is lower than 86. Now let's make our vending machine more advanced. Instead of just two price options, let's add a third one. If the temperature is above 86 degrees, the price is $1.50. If the temperature is 77 degrees or below, the price is 80 cents. Otherwise, the price is $1. This time we use elif to check if the temperature is 77 or lower, and we set the price accordingly. If we call vending machine with a temperature of 90, the output is $1.50. If we call vending machine with a temperature of 80, the output is $1. If we call vending machine with a temperature of 75, the output is 80 cents. This shows how we can use multiple conditions inside a function to handle different cases. Today we learned how to use if, elif, and else inside functions to make our programs more flexible. Now you can create your own functions that make decisions based on input values. This will be very useful as we move forward in Python programming. That's it for today's lesson on conditional statements and functions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.